Happy Friday morning. Start off my day with athletic greens, first thing in the morning. 1 scoop, 12 ounces of water, wait 30 minutes as my body sucks in all of that superfood goodness to rev my engine up for recovery and immune system boosting. Of course, I have some coffee. Nothing wrong with a mild cerebral stimulant. But then the real feeding happens. Yep, you guessed it, the scriptures. That's the way to rev yourself up to go out and be a difference maker. Be changed yourself so you can go out and change things in the world around you. So what did I read this morning? Reading through the book of Romans. It's one of my favorite books in all of the Bible. If the Bible were a mountain range, there are certain books for me that are the pinnacles. And Romans, the Gospels, Psalms, all 66 books are worth reading, obviously. The whole thing is a mountain range of pinnacles. But Romans is a letter, an epistle of the Apostle Paul, written to a group of Christians in, you guessed it, Rome. And it's very rich theologically, but also practically. So there are some very heady, complex theological concepts in there, but there's also just very practical life principles. For instance, in the 14th chapter, he says this, he says, "Therefore, let us stop passing judgment on one another. Instead, make up your mind not to put any stumbling block or obstacle in the way of a brother or sister." Quit judging people. Make up your mind to not judge people. Make up your mind not to trip people up with your ideas about politics or sociocultural things. That doesn't mean that we don't have opinions and ideas about what is best for society. That's fine. But do not trip people up with any personal ambitions you have about yourself or about things around you. Take measures to do that. And then later on in that same, that's verse 13, by the way. Right down from that, verse 19, he says, "Let us therefore make every effort to do what leads to peace and to mutual edification." It all starts with making up your mind to not judge, to not trip people up, to not cause people to stumble because of your attitude or your behavior, and to make a concerted effort to live at peace with people and edify them, which means to build them up. Build them up. The cool thing about these principles that are in the scriptures that Jesus taught, that the apostles taught, is that as you and me make the effort to build somebody else up, alas, we are built up. It's true. Proverbs 11:25, one of my favorite verses, one of my life verses, says this: "The generous man will prosper, and he who waters will himself be watered." These are life principles that we can live by. Fuel up with your athletic greens and your supplements, a mild cerebral stimulant here and there, and go change the spaces you live in by bringing peace and edification. You can do that. Make up your mind. Have an awesome day.